In the last video of some basic concepts of chemistry, we will be studying two topics. First, mole concept and molar mass. Second, moles and gases. When we visit shops, we usually buy things using standard values. Imagine if I have 5 grams of hydrogen in this box. How many particles, atoms or molecules of hydrogen will be present in the box? So this we can calculate using the concept of mole. When you go to market and if you want to buy a dozen of eggs, you will get 12 eggs. If you want to buy a dozen of banana, you will get 12 bananas. If you want to buy a dozen of pineapple, you will get 12 pineapples. But will the mass of 12 eggs, 12 bananas and 12 pineapples be same? Of course not. Which means when we say 1 dozen, the number 12 remains constant, but the mass is going to differ depending upon the substance. Hence we can use the same concept for finding moles. When it comes to expressing large count of objects, it is very easy because we use adjectives like dozen, gross, etc. But do you know even small amount of any substance contains a very large number of atoms or molecules? And hence we have to use the term mole to express the large number of submicroscopic entities like atoms, ions, electrons, etc. which are present in a substance. Submicroscopic entities are those which are not visible to our naked eyes. If I tell you I need 1 mole of hydrogen, so how many hydrogen atoms it is going to have? It is going to have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. Suppose if I tell you I want 1 mole of oxygen, then it is going to have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. Similarly, if I want 1 mole of nitrogen, it is going to have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. But is it possible that mass of all these 3 atoms, that is hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen, is going to be similar? No. The mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen is going to be 1 gram. And the reason is the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. Mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of oxygen is 16 gram. This is because the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Similarly, the mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of nitrogen is going to be 14 grams because the atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. So, 1 mole of any element is going to have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms or molecules in it. But the mass is going to differ depending upon the element. 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 is a fixed number and it is given by Avogadro. Hence it is also called as Avogadro's constant or Avogadro's number. So how would you define mole? 1 mole is the amount of a substance that contains as many entities or particles as there are atoms in exactly 12 gram or 0.012 kg of the carbon-12 isotope. Isn't it a confusing definition? Let us make it simple now. 12 grams of carbon-12. Carbon-12 is an isotope of carbon and it is considered as a standard. We have studied this in the previous video. So how many atoms would be present here? Of course, 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. In simple way, you can put the definition as number of particles in 1 mole is equal to number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon-12. Let us take an example of gold to understand the definition of 1 mole. So the atoms in 1 mole of gold is equal to atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12. Which means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms will be equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. The Avogadro's number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, is just used to represent entities like particles, atoms, electrons, etc. Like we use a pair for 2 and dozen for 12. Let us now check if you understood the concept of mole. When I say 1 mole of a substance, it is going to correspond to a value of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. If I take the number 3 and if I multiply it with 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, then it is going to give me 3 moles of that particular substance. And if I say 8 moles, then you are going to multiply 8 with 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, which is going to give me 8 moles of that particular substance. The symbol which is used to represent mole is MOL. So I hope you have understood the concept of mole. Now we move on to molar mass. The mass of 1 mole of a substance, which could be an element or a compound, in grams is called its molar mass. Here is a table which is giving you 3 examples, that is of hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. So the atomic masses are given here, which are represented by hue. We know hydrogen has an atomic mass of 1, carbon has 12 and oxygen has 16. So the molar mass is expressed in terms of gram per mole. So you are going to write it as 1.0 gram per mole. For carbon it will be 12 gram per mole, and for oxygen it will be 16 gram per mole. So atomic mass is denoted with the symbol U, that is unified mass, and molar mass is written in terms of gram per mole. We have already studied molecular mass, and when you calculate the molecular mass of any compound, the answer that you get is written in terms of unified mass, which is written by the symbol U. But when you calculate the molar mass, the unit used to represent the answer is in terms of grams per mole. Here is an example of polyatomic substances. Polyatomic means combination of 2 or more elements together to form the compound. The first example is of oxygen, which is represented by O2. So the molecular or the formula mass, as I told you, is denoted in terms of U. Now oxygen has the atomic mass of 16. Since there are 2 oxygen atoms, that is why 16 plus 16 is going to give us 32 unified mass. But I told you, when you write it in terms of molar mass, you have to mention gram per mole. Okay, second example is of water, H2O. So here we have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So hydrogen atomic mass is 1 and oxygen is 16. So 2 times into atomic mass of hydrogen, which is 1, plus 16. Hence we will get 2 plus 16 giving us 18 unified mass. But when you write it in terms of molar mass, you will write it as 18 gram per mole. Next is NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So we have 1 atom of sodium and 1 atom of chlorine. Sodium has the atomic mass of 22.99 and chlorine has the atomic mass 35.45. Hence you just have to add up 22.99 plus 35.45, and the answer you will get is 58.44 unified mass, and in terms of molar mass you will write it as 58.44 gram per mole. Now we move on to the last topic of this chapter, that is moles and gases. When it comes to finding out quantities related to solids and liquids, it is very much easier. But when it comes to gases, it becomes little tedious. So many substances exist as gases. So when we want to find the number of moles of gas, we can do this more conveniently by measuring the volume rather than the mass of the gas. So when we were studying molar mass and mole concept, we were studying it in terms of kg and gram. But now since we are studying about gases, so rather than considering the mass, we are going to consider the volume of gases. Hence it is said that 1 mole of any gas occupies a volume of 22.4 dm cube at standard temperature, which is 0 degrees Celsius, and pressure, which is 1 atmosphere. Standard temperature pressure is written by the abbreviation STP. So the volume of 22.4 dm cube at STP is called as the molar volume of a gas. So if you are asked to calculate the number of mole of a gas, then what is the formula that you will be using? It is volume of a gas at STP divided by the molar volume of gas. Modifying this formula further, you will write it as volume of gas at STP divided by, we know that the molar volume of gas is 22.4 dm cube per mole. You already know how to calculate the number of molecules. So the formula for calculating number of molecules is number of moles into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules per mole. Previously, we used to use the standard pressure as 1 atmospheric pressure. But recently, IUPAC has changed the standard pressure to 1 bar. So under this new STP conditions, the molar volume of gas is now considered as 22.71 liter per mole. So wherever you have written 22.4 dm cube per mole, you will have to substitute that value by 22.71 liter per mole. So this was all about our chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry.